Welcome, everybody. It is Jamie, and I am here with one of my success stories, and that is Edith Hunter. So, I am going to let Edith introduce herself and tell us a little bit about her business, and we'll just chat for a little bit. Hi, Edith.
Hi. Glad to see everybody. Thank you for coming on and listening.
Yeah.
My business is called the Paisley Paintbrush, and I am in the beginning stages. I have done create. This will be the third time coming up, and I was a little bit curious about doing it without really having a business up and running. But there was so much to learn, and from the course, as well as learning things from the other people, you will feel like a sponge. You will feel like a sponge. There is so much information that you will get, and so many things that you can do that apply not just to your business ideas, but just to your life. It just feeds over. And I cannot say how wonderful this is. It is just a great course, and I am looking forward to doing it again, because each time, and we had talked about that before, each time you absorb different things and you hear different things. It's just like watching a very detailed movie, almost. That's my analogy, that you watch it again and you're like, I didn't see that before in that movie. I never noticed that. I didn't hear that. And that's how it worked for me. It has helped me to be more organized, more mindful.
Always good.
Yes, organization is good. More mindful. I feel like, and this probably sounds corny, but helped me be much more self-aware.
That's good.
Aware of what's going on around me as far as the people that I surround myself with. And I know that sounds personal, but it all feeds back over into your business.
It does. It does. We talked a little bit about that before we started the interview and started, talking that it really is a course that is about the core of who you are. And because of that, that's what allows you to run your business better, more efficiently, more mindful, more aware. And it leads you to more success, more fulfillment, and it really does help you to create a life that you love, right? And do the things that you want to do and go after the things that you want to go after. And you're the last interview that I'm doing over this 2-week span of the Create Bootcamp is what I called it this time. And I really thought that it was very fitting because in just a couple of minutes, you kind of summed up everything. You kind of summed up like why you took the course, why it would be beneficial, the things that you learned, the things that you picked up. So you kind of like summed it all together there. And I actually heard you say a little bit differently than what I have on the screen of your official business name. So I have Painted Paisley, but you said the Paisley Painted Brush.
The Paisley Brush, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So I will make sure, I'll make sure and have that correct. And the reason that I say that is because Edith has gone to, through the course twice, and she actually did not have a business name. And now that she's gone through the course and she was one of the 13 ladies that came on the Create retreat, we kind of held her to it at the retreat and said, you gotta have a name. By the time that you leave the retreat, you gotta have a name and like make this real. She's been doing business things, right?
Yes.
But not having that official name. So I will get that corrected and make sure that now you're showing up and you're going to be, so you are going to go through the course in a completely different way this time.
Yes.
And hear different things. And implement. I think that's going to be your biggest thing, is implementing the things now, because you have the business that we talk about inside of Create. I'm getting goosebumps even though just like thinking about it, Edith. I really am, because I get excited to be able to see the students that come through the course and kind of knowing where they are and then where they could end up. Because I didn't know 3 years ago that I would be taking a group of ladies to Florida on the Create Retreat. But I had dreams and ideas of that I wanted to travel.
Yes.
But I love hanging out with other creative people. So I just kind of kept following where things were leading. So yeah, and got to spend time with you at the Create Retreat.
That was unreal.
Unreal.
And
the house was unreal, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. Yes. One of the moments, we talked about anchor moments.
We did.
It was, we were all sitting at dinner, like at a picnic table type thing outside of a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And I was still on my name problem. And I looked over and 2 of the ladies were on their phones. I thought, oh, if they're looking at something from the
They
kitchen.
were.
And they were actually sitting there looking up names that we had tossed around to see which ones were free. And I could get a .com and Facebook and all that. These 2 ladies that I had met 2 days before, like, how unbelievably kind and thoughtful and caring is that?
I know I forgot about that moment, but I'm getting kind of teary-eyed just thinking about it, because I know one of the other ladies said, and this happens in the course as well, because it's an extended amount of time that we spend together. But at the retreat, somebody said, I was only there a little over 2 days, but it felt like I was there the whole week.
Yes.
Because when you're in face-to-face with people, it makes such a big difference, because you're in the house with them, you're getting to know them, you're talking with them. It's different than showing up on a Zoom or, on a,
Yes. And I've done other similar things, but usually mostly when and another job, you're with a big crowd, 100 people or more, and it is a completely different animal.
It's a totally different experience. And I would guess, I've never talked with you about this, but I think that you're like me, that you're an introvert.
Oh, yes.
I assume. And, a lot of people aren't clear on exactly what that means. I'm friendly, I'm personable, I like being around people, but I don't get my energy from being around people. I need to process, I need to have time away, I need to unpeople. Kind of what and it is a different experience for somebody who's an introvert like we are to go to a big gathering like that. I love it. Yeah. And I love the energy of that. And I love but it drains me, because it's too much overstimulation of all the things. And I need to kind of like retreat back. So yeah.
I'm an extroverted introvert.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I say that I'm a learned extrovert or something like that. So yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, Edith, some of the questions that I have been asking the people that I've been interviewing, you kind of already answered those, kind of, what was your life, your business like before Create, and what is it like now? And your story is a little bit different, because you're just kind of starting really that journey of having the business name, coming through Create, and then applying those things. And I know you're already in the Create group, and so you're already in there again. And what are you looking forward to the most this time?
Action, putting things into action.
Yes.
Implementing different ideas and maybe getting some new ideas besides becoming refreshed too. And there's nothing like being with people that, I can look at my notes, but there's nothing going through it again.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I think the word action, taking action on the things that you learn is really going to be key for you. And I already have some things in the Create course. If you have not signed up and you're thinking about it, we do start on Monday. And there are some things in the welcome guide and in the featured tab to be able to do and to take action on. And I know you still have a couple more days to be able to do that, but the expectation is to try to keep up with those things and to make sure that those things that are done in the welcome guide before we start on Monday. So, yeah.
Definitely check that out.
Yeah.
I looked it over quickly. I'm just going into this like I'm new.
Yes.
Like I am completely.
Because really, yeah.
It's a change.
Yeah. Well, I am really excited for you. And as people watch this video, I would just invite them, if you are really, really unsure, but you feel this tug, like you want to take this for whatever the reason you've heard people talking about, for the community, for the tech, for the whatever it is. And Edith is telling you that I took it and I didn't even kind of really know, but it sounds like you had a feeling that you needed the community to be able to hold you accountable to get to where you are now.
Yes. And I entered it really on a wing and a prayer, Yeah. I really did, and came out with something tangible.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's really helped you in a lot of different ways. And to just be more aware. I know you took advantage of a couple of different opportunities before the retreat that we talked about that helped you to get there, and just being more aware of what those opportunities and possibilities might be. So
it's the one thing that made me do a live.
Yes.
I'm going to do a live because I had all the negative thoughts.
Yeah. And we definitely work on those in the course, and we worked on those at the retreat, didn't we?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, Edith, I want to thank you. And if anybody that's watching is still curious about Create, it does close tonight at 11:59 Eastern, because there needs to be a point where I stop allowing people in so that we can start on Monday, and so that I can kind of direct my focus over there to the students that are coming back, the new students, and getting started with the course and the content, talking about community as the very first practice. And we will be spending the summer together, because it basically goes all the way through the end of August. So we'll be spending the summer together, really getting ready for fourth quarter, because fourth quarter can be a big, busy time in the world of somebody who offers services like we do, because there are a lot of parties, a lot of get-togethers, a lot of opportunities to be able to do those kinds of things in the fall and early fall and into like the holiday kind of season. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm glad that you're back. And if you have any questions for Edith, are they able to send you a message on Facebook, or they can ask questions here in the video?
Yeah, I don't mind getting messages. Right now I'm just on my personal page. Edith.
Right.
So that would be fine. I would love questions.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, I appreciate you, Edith, and for showing up and, just having a little chat. It's been fun every time that I've done an interview to do just kind of one-on-one like this to just find out. And, since I got to meet you in person at the retreat, that's even more special to be able to show up with, a friend while I'm here, basically, and just asking questions. So yeah, let Edith know. And remember that if you are interested in Create, the doors are closing at the end of tonight at 11:59. And I do not plan on offering the Create course again until next summer. So this is the only chance through midnight tonight. So you have a few more hours to decide. So
take that leap.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you so much, Edith. And thanks everybody for watching, because this is essentially the end of the Create Bootcamp. So thanks everybody.